reppin' the WNBA, baby. Ayy, put your W's up, put your W's up, put your W's up. BG is free, back with the Mercury. Dominate with dunks in the paint. Can you score?
I got my cousin on the show, Ashley from I Be Ballin' Basketball Show. Ashley, tell them a little bit about your channel for the ones that don't know.
Yeah, my channel is called I Be Ballin' Basketball Show, and I cover the WNBA, the NBA, cover all the trades and free agency news, and do movie reviews. And now I'm doing NBA 2K videos, so a little bit of variety.
Yeah, check Ashley out on Twitch. Man, what's your game you playing right now?
Hogwarts Legacy. It's about me being a student at Hogwarts, where it's actually before Harry Potter came. But I think it would have been dope for Harry Potter to be in the game, but that's just me.
You get to create your own character on that game?
Yup. So she black.
Okay. So yeah, today's movie review is on I always say classic. Hey, that's all we reviewing is classics. Okay? So they all classic. One of the classics from the 90s with DMX and Nas and T-Boz. And I meant to look up her name. I think it starts with a T or something.
Oh, let me see.
You looking it up?
Yeah, the Belly cast.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to cast up because there's a few characters.
Tyrell Hicks.
Mm-hmm.
I could pronounce it wrong. Tyrell.
Miss Wagon. That's it. Internet going slow today. But yeah, Terrell Hicks. There was another one. I don't know if he's gonna show. I don't know if that was him. But anyways, Method Man was in it. Tyron Turner from Menace to Society. Him and his wig. But quick, have you seen this movie prior to this?
Yes, I think I saw it a long time ago, but I did forget that Method Man was in it. And I did notice that the Menace to Society guy was in it, even though he looked it very different. But yeah, I've seen it before.
With the film, what did you learn from watching it again?
Well, I learned it definitely had a good message to it. I think both of the characters, Tommy and Sincere, they, being in the crime game and drug game, they wanted to go bigger, but I think they both growed as people. I think, DMX character, he was growing into a more spiritual person. He was reading the Bible more, but it was only for a crime. But he ended up being more closer to God. And I think Nas's character, he had a son, a child, and so I think he always was trying to change and get out the game. He eventually went to Africa. He was with T-Boz. That was nice. I thought they made a good couple on it. And I think it was mostly about them growing out of the, street life. And I like that they both, well, we don't know exactly what happened, but one went to Africa and one decided not to shoot the preacher. And the preacher had a good message about, treating black women better and not being pawns in the white man's schemes. And I thought the message was good. I also liked a lot of the cinematography from Hype Williams. He's a good director. Started off with music videos, so that's cool. but I learned that he never did another film, which was that was kind of sad to hear. But um, I think that was the message.
And I like that's probably one of my favorite parts of the film is the beginning of the movie with the song. But then at some point I was like, okay, the flash is too much. It's too much. But yeah, the beginning is that was one hell of an opener. But also when they were talking about religion and Tommy was starting to get on the right path and stop playing in them games. Because what I realized with his character, he got so caught up in that life, you know, and he didn't know anything else. And so when you're in this life since a kid, you still gonna have probably childish ways. And so that's why he was messing with homegirl who was 16. You know what I mean? Because a boy do things like that. A real man is not gonna entertain a child. She was a child. And um he wasn't fully appreciating Keisha and her character, and she was trying to. We could dive into her character later, but with Tommy's like when he was diving into religion, for me it was that sit down moment when they were sitting down in that little like restaurant cafe spot and they were
Mm-hmm.
going over their different religions. It reminded me of like what this was like what if Martin and Malcolm X sat down and had a conversation, because the only difference between Malcolm X and Martin Luther King was like their viewpoints in religion. You know, like if they saw eye to eye, what would their conversation be like? Because I think they needed to sit down, but it was like a sit down for our generation for us to see, and characters that we know. Like around that time, like Nas and DMX were at like the heights, the fresh heights of their career. So to see like two legends in the making in a film together and they talking about real issues, and how to overcome it, and that there is an option, you know, outside of life, you know what I mean? Because they always preach like when you in this life, you know, it's you going to jail or you gonna be dead in the ground. And it's like, no, like there's another option. Like you can turn your life around if you really want to. And to have a mentor, a guide, and to like in the beginning, what's Nas' character name?
Sincere.
When Sarah was talking about going over to friends in the car, like, oh, this person cool, this one okay. We don't really mess with dude, but he around. And it's like when they started changing their circle, like that's when their life got better, you know. And it's like they had to separate themselves. That wasn't serving them anymore. Like Sincere was in it for the money, you know. Like no, I want to make sure our family's straight. Like they were already in a good neighborhood, but he was like, no, I want to. But he had a plan. He was like, I'm in it for the money. I'm not in it for the life and the cars and the jewelry and all that. Like I'm in it for the long haul. And so I think it was once they changed their circle, even with Tommy's character, like you instigated that whole raising of those two younger guys under you. Like you instigated the whole relationship. Like you were like, oh, you gonna let them talk to you like that? Oh, you know they already hotheads. So like that death was on you. You know what I mean? And so he started spiraling even more because now you're the only one left, and you don't know who you are. You know, um, but it took him falling to rock bottom for him to get back up on top. But what was your favorite part of the film?
I think my favorite part had to be the imagery. You know, I like the different scenes. Like oh, and I like the music. I feel like the music, all the music was right on point to go with the scenes. However do you want it? The opening scene was really good. I like the different glow and cut, the different glows on the characters' faces. And it always seemed to be raining, so that was cool. And you got to see the glistening of the rain on the roads. I think I paid more attention to the imagery because I think that's what I like the most. I like the white and black house scene, and they all was sort of wearing black. Oh, and I read that a lot of the set designs and all the homes were like of the actual like rappers, so that I thought that was cool. But yeah, I think I mostly like the different settings, what they were wearing, and how it kind of matched the backdrop. So I think the cinematography is what I like the most. Um, what was your favorite part?
When he was in Jamaica and he was at that dude's house and they sitting there smoking, watching the soccer game loud so nobody can hear them. That was a scene. I like the Jamaican scenes um, in the that scene where they were about to go kill that dude in Jamaica, and that lady got him from the top. I'm like, that's kind of crazy. Like, you're very skilled to do that. That was an intense scene. But
Yeah.
the scene where he was aiming the gun at the pastor was a good one because it was a turning point. You know, you didn't know where it was going to go. Also, Keisha's character, where she had to take dude out. Uh,
Oh, that might have been. Yeah, I like that scene where it was Method Man, I think, and
yep,
she was fighting him off. I did like that part.
I really liked her character, and I like how we was kind of like growing up with her, and she had like a good person in her corner. She buys this character, and I think it also showed friendship. Like this movie was about friendship. If you got the right people in your corner, you know, you can make it through life. You know, the right ones. So I think it was about how you can change your life at any point. It's always about focusing on the mind, making your mind better. That's gonna make your environment better, the way you see things. Um, but yeah, I enjoyed this film a lot. What would you rate it? Out of 5 stars. What do you rate it?
Well, my favorite parts were a lot of the colors, the different shades. They did like fresh too. Stuff, but I'll give it a 3 because I think I
Hmm. 3 out of 5 stars. I'm gonna give it 4 out of 5. I know y'all like, how can you not put a 5 out of 5? It's a classic film. Queen Latifah wasn't in it. Point blank period. My cousin's video froze. And I gotta go to work. So see you later, cuz. No. Hit that like, subscribe button. They're like, you ain't right. You already know I'm a hitter. I'm a hitter on that salad. On that salad. On that salad. I wonder if she could see me. All right, I'm out, y'all. Have a good one. Have fun. I don't know when I'm dropping this. I just wanna drive in the Audi. I wanna make her scream loudy. What the fuck they on? I got people on the Krefler Dawn. They want $1 like Krefler. We gon' get these niggas moving without the gas. Call me Tesla. I don't need the smoke to go. We gon' get it poppin' all night.